incredible.
That's a place I
CLG.
like to be, tied with SKT.
Yeah, exactly right. But we are already into Champion Select. Bans coming through thick and fast as Nidalee and Rise taken away on the side of SuperMassive. CLG going to be taking away Lissandra. Naru not going to grab one of his power picks there in the mid lane as
yeah, this brings up one thing, like the main thing for me when I'm looking at SuperMassive, every game that they play, I'm like, is this the game that they're gonna win? But my one main concern for them, it actually does come from the jungle, from Stomaged. He did play a couple of the top junglers in the International Wildcard Tournament, but mainly missing was Nidalee. And a blue side Nidalee ban is something you rarely see. I think it's because he just doesn't. He hasn't maximized the champion's efficiency. He hasn't been able to max out on the skill cap of Nidalee, which she's an extremely potent champion if you do that, but it just hasn't been there. So they're going to first pick the Kindred, something that he has played in the International Wildcard Tournament a couple of times.
Yeah, actually finding a little bit more success potentially on less of these carry-style junglers, but is going to be happy to hop over to the Kindred. Yeah. Sort of likes to be more of that utility, but you, of course, going to add a fair bit of that with that Kindred anyway. But it is going to be picks coming through very quickly here for CLG as Ekko and Graves taken away immediately on the side of the team, and I actually love Graves into Kindred.
Yeah, and Xmithie does as well. He feels really comfortable on this champion. He's focused a lot more recently on farming and stealing away the enemy's jungle, so we shall see how he goes about it this time around. Taking Ekko for CLG is huge because they use it really effectively as a mid lane pick as well. So this is one of the teams that really threatens the swap here with the Ekko pick. It's a very versatile for them. But LeBlanc comes out really quickly here.
Yeah, and the bard there as well for Dumbledoge. That is a big deal. So much.
Ha! This is something that everyone keeps asking me. Oh, why don't North America like Sivir? Why doesn't CLG ever play Sivir? Ha! Stixxay will play Sivir right now.
Yeah.
And Spawn, you will have your questions answered. We shall see how good it looks, though. First.
Exactly right. And Achuu actually going to go straight into that Lucian. More than happy to pick it up into the Sivir. And Dumbledoge is going to lock away the Poppy. So that is looking, it's going to be into the top lane this time.
I was going to say,
you see Dumbledoge lock it in, it's like,
oh, is
that Bard top? That's probably Bard top. Cool.
I guess they could do it. Flirting with some very interesting picks here. I really want to see somebody play Vel'Koz.
I want Aurelion Sol with On the Hunt, so that you can like continue to push the Star Surge down the mid lane.
Really giant comet coming through.
For science, everyone.
I love it because the one thing he does run out on speed. You just can't keep up with it the whole way.
Yeah.
Every little bit of extra speed that you can push it and keep him in range to keep growing that.
Exactly.
Just blow up the entire base.
See, this is why you don't talk about hoppers, because
Lulu
we get
can speed him up.
Yeah, I know, but he's not going to be picked if Lulu gets picked.
Yeah, true enough. Okay.
But I do like the comp.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge team fighting comp. Okay, Lulu boosted Sivir. Usually, in the past, we were like, oh, Sivir's not that great with the Lulu. Now she can crit. Area of effect crits on her bouncing blades. It's great in the late game if people can buff up the Sivir because she can kill the whole team at once. And that's something that's also really effective against Kindred comps because if you just chunk everyone low at the same time, then you don't have to worry about, moving one person back off of that ultimate. But the CLG here, they have a lot of options. They've got mobility. They can split push Darshan on the Ekko. He's extremely comfortable on this champion.
Yeah.
So they can have split push threat. They can have double teleport with the Lulu as well. A lot of options for them. If we look over at the SuperMassive side, though, they definitely have the ability to snowball early. So maybe they'll look for some kills mid lane and jungle. LeBlanc and Kindred is very potent.
Yeah, exactly right. And not to mention the fact that Lucian Bard, one of the most dominating early lanes you can possibly get. I mean, early power is what this team has really brought here, and something that you were talking about as well. If they can get an early lead, get that confidence, build it up, maybe find their first win. It's sort of very similar to what we were talking about with the G2 match in our last game.
Very true. CLG, though, if they let CLG get through with a lane swap maybe here, or get through to the mid game, they've got a really solid team fight with a lot of extra options.
Yeah.
I always like to see comps that have multiple options for getting through the mid game and trading those mid game objectives.
Yeah, exactly right. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to hear from you. Use that hashtag SUP win if you think that Turkey are going to be able to take this game, or hashtag CLG win. Think they're going to be able to take this one out? Shall see. As we do load onto the Rift. CLG looking to file out on the red side. SuperMassive on the blue.
Yep.
And look, I actually love the Lulu pick as well, just because Naru is such a massive playmaker for this SuperMassive roster. The fact that he came over, he had a team built around him in the past. Very similar to that now, but with a little bit more star power. And the Lulu just negates so many matchups.
We'll see early on Huhi trading Thunderlords.
Having a giggle.
And trading Lass as well, yes.
Well, Aphromoo.
Ah, the three-pronged gank here with Aphromoo just sitting in inside the Dragon Pit watching.
I swear, that Cosmic Binding... All right, it was going for them. No worries.
Yeah, nobody's going to fall here, but some damage traded early on. Everybody...
Message received, I think, Kobe.
Yeah, all right. So deep wards there for the lane swap for CLG.
And also there for SuperMassive towards the top side of the map. Tholdren able to get in there, chuck one down as Stomaged also managed to get his in that Raptor Brush. Not quite as deep, though, here on the side of SuperMassive, as we do have a look at the Keystone Masteries.
It looks
nothing
pretty
too crazy.
Standard to me. Yep, everything checks out. The only thing is, Sivir does have the lifesteal, even after Warlords nerfed a little bit for ranged champions.
Stomaged as well, not going for the Strength of Ages, wants to have Fear of battle.
Yeah, for Stixxay here, since it's a Lulu comp especially, probably just wants to skip a lifesteal item and just build full damage and rely on Lulu and the Warlords to keep them afloat.
Yeah.
But going back to the reason why the CLG comp is so flexible, I talk about, they just have so many forms of wave clear. The Lulu in the mid lane and Sivir as well brings so much control over side waves. Plus you can move her around, send her mid lane, she can hold it extremely easily. The one thing they lack, I guess, is long range damage for sieging up turrets, but they should be able to work around objectives and force the team fights instead. We shall see
as well with a lot of wave clear in a pinch if they need to. Definitely not too worried. There's a bit of a scuffle here towards the bottom side. Stixxay running forward. Achuu having to run out of this fight. Dumbledoge as well. Was trying to get some Cosmic Bindings, but didn't find too much. See how SuperMassive are going to be able to play this one out. Well, not going to find the Light Slinger there from Achuu, but... Oh, Aphromoo gets slowed. Dumbledoge, yeah, see, some power in this lane.
Racking up the damage. Dumbledoge with the highest percentage of his team's damage dealt of any support here.
I was going to say, if he got top damage in any of these games, I like him even more than I did previously.
Percentage of team damage dealt by a support. It's a very specific stat. And Bard is a great champion for it. Yeah. Double digits. He's the only one with double digits. Look at this middle gank here, though. They do get his flash, and they're going to get the Kindred hit.
Yeah, they're looking for it. First blood goes down there as Stomaged falls.
What did we say,
There
Alex?
it is. SuperMassive, they've taken down.
What did we say? Right out of Champion Select. They're going to focus there, mid lane. LeBlanc plus Kindred. Potent matchup. And they find the kill onto the Lulu extremely early. Nice start here for SuperMassive.
Let's see whether they can continue this pressure. The Stomaged will be able to snowball this one quite nicely. Kindred, champion known for being able to do that. See whether he's going to be able to do so here as Xmithie picked up the minion wave, put it over to the side there so that Huhi not going to lose too many. Of course, only behind one CS, so absolutely fine here on the Lulu. We'll see whether he can turn it around in the lane.
Yeah, he's just going to want to try and farm it out now. Now it's the defensive game here with LeBlanc. See if Huhi goes with some early magic resist maybe, or if he feels confident enough. Problem is their jungler, Kindred, is going to be bringing physical damage pain, so he's going to need some vision to keep himself safe.
Yeah, and it's always a dangerous thing, sort of blind picking the LeBlanc into the mid lane. Very confident here from Naru, but Xmithie, looking for a gank here towards the top side of the map. Steadfast presence is now worn off here for Tholdren as Xmithie end of the line goes out, gets a bit of damage, tags him with a red buff, otherwise nothing.
Not quite.
This was not the gank you were looking for.
That he was... Darshan is going to take it to him himself, though.
He's going to try and find the stun. There it is. It's Stomaged. He's going to make his way in, but Darshan picks it up. He's still dancing around. There it is. Stomaged picks up the kill, so it is a 1-for-1. But I'd say worth if I was Darshan.
What a gank from Xmithie. Oh, my. He set that one up. Let's see if he can clean it up. He's got flash.
There it is. The flash comes in, into the line. Not going to be quite the end of that line. Stomaged is going to be able to back himself out of there. Nice stunt
the classic
Dumbledoge.
here from Xmithie. Yes, I ganked your lane. You got to kill. I will tax your lane. He doesn't actually tax it.
Oh, cool. Learning here, Kobe.
Look at
Thank you very
that.
much.
No tax. I definitely would have taxed that lane hard.
Things are getting political here on the caster desk.
I'm a scumbag, though.
Oh, nice. Boomerang comes down. Dumbledoge takes a lot of damage. Throws out a Cosmic Binding, looking like he's just upset. No intention of landing it.
Huhi's the French one, by the way. If you're wondering. Technically.
I was relatively aware that Xmithie wasn't French. Stomaged, though, looking to come back into the mid lane. See whether he can set anything up. Achuu, very far forward. Nice spell shot there from Stixxay. Flat forward. Aphromoo gets the heal from Stixxay as Achuu now has to use his as well. No mana. As Stixxay's just trying to cut this one out. Achuu picks up the kill, but Stixxay is able to flash himself to safety. Magical journey. Not as magical as he wants to be. Double kill for Stixxay. Doldrin makes his way in. Darshan's here, though. Wants to try and find something in this fight. Turns his attention to Stomaged. Oh, heroic charge. Not going to get the stun. Darshan delivered a passage to safety. And what happened?
This is a CLG game. It's getting bloody early here. All right, let's see. SuperMassive, they wanted to keep the pace up, and Kindred actually gets down there. They do keep up the pressure. Xmithie just made a move mid lane, not going to get much.
Yep, Naru just happy to farm up underneath his turret. Actually falling behind, though. Huhi really being that lane bully that you can be on this Lulu, but Naru does land the chain. He's looking for it here. Polymorph a little bit late. All the cooldowns are already down.
Quickly.
Yeah, Stomaged looking to make his way into the lane, but not much more mana either.
Really what's come out of that party down bottom, the important thing is that there are 3 kills on Kindred now. So I was looking at the jungler here, Stomaged,
wow,
for SuperMassive.
SuperMassive there, 43%.
Yeah, that's pretty big for a wildcard team there. But he's got so much power now. A Kindred after this early of a start. We've seen so many times them take over the game. I'm really going to continue to look at him through the rest of it to see if he can keep it up. Here's a 2 versus 2, though. Aphromoo comes back in to try and help, and that's going to have Lucian flash back in for the kill, which does mean that Stixxay is definitely going to get it. But really, it's about the jungler that turns the entire tide of this thing. And it's because Xmithie is actually top, Stomaged is down bottom, so that means Darshan's not going to be able to pick up anything. Everybody going to congregate here towards the mid lane for CLG, though. Try and press down this turret.
I actually really like this as well. Make sure you can get everyone in there. Naru unable to pick up any of the farm underneath this turret as well, and only further behind.
Yeah, I mean, they're punishing. We talked about wave clear and, you know, how Lulu's great with it, Sivir's great with it. LeBlanc, while she does have a lot more than she used to, it's very dangerous for her to go for it. Oh, the culling!
Achuu gets the solo kill onto Stixxay! The Sivir just couldn't do anything.
This is a 60 CS Lucian that is now solo killing Stixxay's Sivir. Very troublesome for Counter Logic Gaming.
Wow. Impressive stuff here from Achuu on the bottom side of the map. And we mentioned the fact that this guy played fantastically during the IWCI final against Hard Random. Solo kill towards the bottom side of the map. Massive CS lead.
Yeah, 1,300 gold lead for SuperMassive here, doing really well against CLG. Counter gank is ready for CLG, but they're outnumbered because here comes Dumbledoge as well.
Yeah, of course. The roaming support doesn't like being with his AD carry.
See him.
Darshan, yeah. Let's ping him out.
Whew. That is lucky for CLG.
Yeah, Stomaged actually looking to head back. Xmithie cancels his. Stomaged will see whether he hangs around as well. Parallel convergence, he has gone.
Oh, everybody's
and
left
Doldrin not going to get stunned. He's going to be fine. It's all okay.
Whew. Yeah. Luck on both sides, I guess.
Yeah.
So all right. I really want to take another look at that bottom lane, though, because we talked about it in the beginning. Dumbledoge is this support. He's got a huge percentage of damage dealt. He also has a huge time spent roaming away from his support. When you leave these 2 guys alone, and Lucian is going to be able to take advantage of Sivir and get these solo kills, that's huge for SuperMassive. Dumbledoge trying to make a move top lane, and Lucian not punished at all for it. Now he's able to return back to lane.
Not even actually able to pick up Tribrush vision as well on the side of CLG. So that pink ward is going to survive for now. Dumbledoge able to clear out Trinket ward of his own. But the meat man himself, see what he can get done here towards the bottom side of the map. CLG with a fair bit of vision, just around defensively more than anything else, is who he is going to be able to pick up his blue buff, and Xmithie making his way towards the bottom side. So extra vision, see whether he can clear this pink ward. As Graves, you really don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, interesting idea to go down bottom once again because there's a roam early here from LeBlanc, and it might be turned around on Xmithie. They've got to get out of there.
Yeah, Magical Journey.
Oh, he's playing with fire.
Yeah, exactly right. But Thaldrin in trouble there towards the top side of the map. Darshan trying to get the solo kill. Timewinder spend some time through the minions. He's not going to find too much, but Naru lands the double chain. Is going to get polymorph there as well. No glitter lands to land.
Yeah.
Distortion could be used again, but that tower taking a lot of damage, and there's just action everywhere. Another door is going to miss. The Unbreakables there blocking this whole culling. Still does relatively good damage though.
Darshan has teleport advantage because he's been able to chunk out Thaldrin so much. The bottom lane actually has to be kind of careful.
Whoa, the flash from Aphromoo, the tempered fate from Dumbledoge. This one's been paused for a moment as Xmithie makes his way in. Achuu gonna get flashed on here by the jungler. Xmithie, a beast, is gonna get stunned. The heal comes out, collateral damage for what looked like fun as CLG are gonna magically journey their way towards a real. Oh my god, the Cosmic Binding. He doesn't fall down. Stixxay flashes forward. The spell shield was amazing, but Stomaged grabs a double and he's still alive. Xmithie, he's gonna fall. No, he's not. Lands respite there, saves Stomaged as well. How is this even happening? As Dumbledoge Cosmic Binding doesn't get in there, Stomaged picks up the kill. And Huhi says, all right, well, I guess everyone's dead. This game is out of control.
You gotta say
the response.
So yeah, as Graves, when you're getting Kindred load, you want to try and burst her low so she pops her ultimate, but then you have to reload and save both your autos for after the Kindred heal. Xmithie right there didn't have the damage. Yeah, so I talked about the teleport advantage. He doesn't go for the teleport advantage. He just goes to finish off the kill instead of trying to use the life. Oh, he gets the backswing here? Yeah, gets the backswing and the pop at the same time.
Meanwhile,
let's take another look at this here. I thought that Kindred was going to come in and ult to save Dumbledoge, but he just flashed away, and they were able to get his kill on the other side. Right there, if Warlords had done a little bit extra, but here's what we're talking about. Let's see. He's trying to reload the whole time, has two, uses one right there, and doesn't have an extra cartridge to finish him off.
Yeah.
So Stomaged gets the extra kill there. I think that his first...
I think this is live now.
Anyways,
as well.
it's going to give me another kill.
Through. He's going to be able to pick up Stixxay as Aphromoo underneath the turret. Stomaged there for moral support, as was Dumbledoge, because that was all up.
Kills, and the gold almost back to even here. SuperMassive takes another lead. Now we're about 600, 500 gold up. This is getting crazy. Stomaged, though, he's racking up the kills. They're all going to the Kindred and Lucian on this team. So the backline of SuperMassive, where they want their money, getting very strong here. And he's going to get the dragon on top of it. Kindred, a real huge threat in this game.
Yeah, Stomaged actually has a bigger lead than his team's gold lead right now. So, pretty crazy stuff from the Kindred right now. He's actually looking for Stixxay as far as that hunt is
dive being prepped here. Thaldrin looks to...
Yeah, throws down the W.
He's got flash as well, so...
Yeah, end of the line is going to come in. He's pretty tanky, but there's the wild growth. Has to use the flash now, but the slow has come through. Decides to pick up a Timewinder for no reason there at all.
I think this is going to cost CLG mid lane turret, because SuperMassive are trying to make a counter push here. Aphromoo should not be able to defend this himself, and he might actually get himself caught.
Yeah, that is going to be the meat slow. The ultimate comes out from Aphromoo, but is it going to be enough to keep him alive? The Unbreakable's there, but the chains are going to root him up, and Naru's going to pick up the kill.
Sacrifices his life. They actually don't get the turret. I guess that's a delayed turret kill. Outer turrets being saved, I put a lot less weight into because outer turrets are so much easier to take down later, but as of right now, I would say that is technically worth it because that middle turret was so healthy.
All right, and this just in, ladies and gentlemen, Dumbledoge has officially done more damage to champions than Stixxay this game.
Oh, that is... Well, it's not boding well here for the North American Sivir, I guess.
No, it's just boding well for Dumbledoge. That wasn't a slight to Stixxay at all.
Well...
We're just drawing attention to the fact that Dumbledoge is a carry.
Yeah, okay. Dumbledoge is a beast.
Well, Stixxay's actually upset with him here as the magical journey is going to be taken. Decides not to follow through there as Darshan comes down with the parallel convergence, manages to close the gap there at the same time as Achuu taking a lot of damage. Xmithie's here, Tempered Fate comes down, but it isn't going to be enough. Meanwhile, Huhi's just going to die to Stomaged, who's really, really strong. So I don't understand exactly why.
We almost got that one on screen.
Yeah.
But Stixxay there, got a good boomerang blade in. Heard me, boom. Sivir skills right there. That's your Sivir skills.
They probably shouldn't have said it.
4 for him now. He's got more kills than Achuu, and he's going to be able to get his revenge. Alone time with the turret as well. Nice Sivir wave clear. Going to melt that one. Meanwhile, Thaldrin doing his best up top.
Yeah, SuperMassive though looking to try and take the mid lane turret as well. They are able to take this down. It'll be definitely good news. Huhi going for an interesting build here with the Frost Queen's claim. well as that Sheen is magically journeying their way out. SuperMassive going to be A-okay. Even some popcorn chicken picked up for Naru.
CLG defend outer turrets once again, so they're delaying the gold that SuperMassive would be able to get in the outers there. And they actually left the bottom one as well. Stixxay didn't stick around to try and take that. He had to go back for a base there. Completing his Essence Reaver. Cole's almost done for. Oh,
there's the Xmithie taking so much damage. He's able to get ulted up by Huhi, but it's not enough as Stomaged just going to be dancing around this one. Nice chair is going to come out from Aphromoo. But the ultimate, the stun, is it going to come in? He does actually use his ult, so Lance was going to keep him okay for now, but Darshan, full health, Dumbledoge here, trying to follow him up, as Aphromoo might be in trouble. The shutdown from Huhi. Oh my god, how is Aphromoo still alive? Stixxay now, with full health, makes his way into the fight. Doldrin, not a lot of mana, but Achuu dodges out of the way of the Glacial Fissure, and in the end it's a 1-for-1 by the looks of things, but Achuu, it's not actually the end. Oh my god, the heal comes down, Dumbledoge able to lock that one up. Darshan, one more auto, uses the ult, and Aphromoo now as well. We thought he was almost dead, didn't matter. Doldrin now doesn't get stunned.
The magical escape there, and he's able to just barely jump in that journey and get out.
This is the Dumbledoge we've been looking for.
Whew, that is going to be the mid lane turret going down after that, though. Objectives, boys, objectives.
Oh my god, and as we just take stock of this game, a 1,300 gold lead, not going to, we're going to have a look at this replay.
Stock is rising on this game.
Oh my god,
did you invest early?
Finances with you, man.
Xmithie gets blown up, but he gets a couple of moves off, actually doesn't get his Q to land there. With his dying breath. But anyways, Darshan comes in first from the top side. Doldrin will enter from the same door later, though. Just watch on the top side.
Yep.
Meanwhile, down here, Kindred ultimate, they stay in it. Aphromoo is going to be able to dodge back out as LeBlanc left. And then he's going to be able to flash the Q from Doldrin and able to stay alive as the AD carries both arrive a little bit late. Aphromoo with the whiff on the ultimate there, but Darshan re-entered the scene. On the bottom side this time.
And that replay was obviously way too long, because now we've got more action potentially.
If we keep
erupting.
the replays after every team fight, we can actually be watching teams fighting the entire
just be a
time
consistent
of this
team
game.
fight, I think.
And you will lose. The lines will blur between reality, between now the present team fight and the actual replay team fight.
Kills
we'll
in a
just keep it going for 30 minutes.
17.5-minute game. It's not enough minutes.
Are you not entertained, Atlus? Huh?
Oh, I certainly am. Don't you worry about that. This is my kind of game, Kobe.
All right, well, let's keep it going. CLG actually down in the kill score, but up on gold here because of the 2 turrets that they have taken after all the kills.
Sort of speaks for their style here as well, CLG, known for their macro play.
Here comes this gold waiting to topple over here for SuperMassive, though. They are keeping this game so
breathe on the turret,
close. About to take the gold right back for themselves. Here we go, back to an even game.
Absolutely nothing in it whatsoever. Darshan actually with about 1,000 gold lead towards the top side of the map. See whether he can get something going on here on this Ekko. As of course, Stixxay still behind. Actually, no, he's ahead. Don't worry, 100 gold in the lead, 30 CS down. Not sure how that works out, but of course, global gold from turrets, pretty handy.
Let's take a look here. Got 1 extra kill, 2 less assists. They had team gold from 1 extra turret.
30 CS makes up for about 2
kills. And the
kills.
Cole pop, I found it.
That's what it is.
I found it, Cole has popped.
So that's a little bit of extra. So
that's what we'll blame the CS discrepancy early on. It was all
precisely.
in the Cole, my friend.
Yes, of course. He's just sacrificing the early game.
As you said, though, the matchup, I mean, Lucian Bard is an extremely scary duo lane. Anyways, we're way past that stage of the game, and now it's about...
Oh my god, the chains land on a Huhi, he throws down... okay, so Frost Queen's claim comes in. It's enough to scare away Naru. Spooky!
Don't kill me! Boo, boo, boo!
Well, it was enough.
It works.
Tactics work.
One thing, though, that has been consistent. Dragons here for Kindred. Let me check in on the Kindred stacks. Maybe we'll just find out anyways from the glow afterwards. Don't even have to check.
There it is.
There it is. You can read colors.
Sated after all. So 19 minutes, not too bad. Already sated now, but behind in farming. Xmithie is fantastic at farming out on this Graves. Actually staying even with MLXG in their game against RNG for the majority on the Graves into Nidalee matchup, which is brutally difficult to do.
Would you rather be the 7-kill Kindred or the 30 CS up Graves?
Look, Kobe, it's not about that. You know, we're trying to find positives.
Yeah.
As far as that's concerned, you don't necessarily need to put them next to each other, despite the fact that that's where they are.
You know what's really funny to me is usually when I look at it, you know, purchasing vision, you know, going with Tracker's Knife.
Yeah.
It's always been about fighting smarter, not harder. if you want to just fight harder, then you go with the one of the other combat smites.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like that,
both junglers getting the vision, but both junglers just constantly in the skirmishes.
Yeah, well, it has calmed down just a little bit now. You can see Thaldrin was considering it back there towards the top side of the map, only 10 CS behind. Of course, that hasn't changed. But as I say it, Cosmic Binding going to fly through. Xmithie taking a fair bit of damage as old Chain's just too short. He needs just an extra link or two, I think, in those. As there's the On the Hunt popped. The culling comes down as well as Achuu able to get out, but that's the whip. Tempered Fate. Darshan finds his way in. Stomaged, one more, and that'll get the stun, but he throws down the ultimate. Thaldrin in there as well. There's the slam against the wall. Aphromoo in trouble. Stomaged somehow alive. Not sure how that worked out. There's now Dumbledoge forced to use the Flash Magical Journey. Takes it to get himself relatively safe. And now Achuu throwing piercing lights through. Darshan in there while growth comes down. Naru picks up the kill. And SuperMassive now continuing the onslaught. There are such low health. That's ultimate from Thaldrin. Two more. Achuu picks up one. Naru the other. That's a double in the end for the mid laner, and SuperMassive come out huge.
With a SuperMassive team fight right there, and they're going to get the turret afterwards. That was huge for them.
Achuu, buddy. Okay, they take the turret.
Oh my goodness. Stomaged getting out with sub 50 HP at the beginning here, then the re-engage is insane. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Darshan comes in with the early teleport, so he actually arrives first and they get to go aggressive. Landing the stun and popping the Kindred ultimate early. Bunch of damage here from the backline as well. They land consistent Braum stuns, but the Kindred getting out really hurts CLG. They re-engage because Huhi actually gets there first, but the LeBlanc is also roaming and coming from Fog of War here. As soon as Naru gets into the side, CLG, or Darshan specifically, gets popped. He did not see him coming, and then Thaldrin goes in for the flash ultimate on Poppy. Substitute him back in, and he sets up Dumbledoge for a great binding. Big collapse there. Double flashes from the back line of SuperMassive. And they jump out to the first real lead in the game.
Yeah, super coordinated in that whole skirmish. SuperMassive squad really looking good.
Just outplaying them in a team fight, purely.
Yeah. 2.1 thousand gold the lead, though, so nothing to write home about. SuperMassive are going to need to continue playing to their best. They want to take down CLG. That is going to be Huhi finishing off the Lich Bane now as well, so not necessarily utility-based Lulu. It's more battle Lulu as Xmithie in trouble. Stomaged still trying to get work done. Culling not going to find it here from Achuu. The pink ward is going to get taken out. Naru here as well in the mid lane. Xmithie in trouble. There's the QR combo. But
yeah, he's going to be able to pop that Hex Drinker shield. That's big, actually.
Good point.
Got to watch out for this LeBlanc. Now 4 kills. Naru was sneaking up as far as the threats on SuperMassive.
Yeah.
Anytime that you get this much vision control, LeBlanc with however many kills is going to be an issue. SuperMassive done a really good job moving up their ward line after taking down these outer turrets that they got after that last team fight. So this is something that people question, you know, what can they do after the early game? They've had great early and mid games and stuck with teams, but how can they transition that? And they've done a good job here, moving up their ward line, trying to get these picks, poking around CLG.
Yep, Scrying all going to spot out Xmithie and Stixxay there as well, wandering towards the top side of their jungle. But SuperMassive, yeah, exactly. Taking control now. Naru, now just going to be splitting as well. So, SuperMassive, can they close this one out? It's a question that we've asked. Can they take a lead? An attempt to snowball it here against CLG, a team known for cerebral play, known for being able to take control of a game and finish it out. Aphromoo steals away the big popcorn chicken.
Oh, the wolf doesn't die barely. Unlucky there for...
It's just jungle problems across the board.
Oh, that wolf is a survivor!
Oh my God.
Dang.
Felt like watching The Revenant just then.
Did I take you back?
Yeah, you did.
My voice acting is
beautiful.
Incredible.
Beautiful. Let's not have that debate again.
If SuperMassive do take this game, would that be something to write home about?
I reckon. I would write home about that.
Gold is not. What League of Legends accolades have you actually written a letter back to your mother about? First pentakill? Those are always big to me. I feel like
I
those
don't know,
are
man. Like I don't think.
I just imagine Atlus super happy. Hey mom, today I saw someone buy a Luden's Ekko. It was amazing.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I deserve that one. Thank you very much, Kobe.
All right. Well, let's see if CLG can regroup because SuperMassive, they have taken a pretty big lead, but it's nothing that can't be overcome. This is still mid-game, just a few thousand gold lead. CLG do have a strong team fighting squad.
Yeah, just had a bit of an update as well. I mean, I think the gray, the more appropriate
movie,
but Aphromoo gets caught by the tempered fate. Stomaged just stands on top of him. The Glacial Fissure comes out and then he flashes. And Tholdren
double teleport channel. Darshan's on the bottom side.
It's actually an answer as Tholdren came in, made sure that Darshan couldn't get any work done. So good play there by SuperMassive.
Dragon stacking continues.
Oh, scary. Extra movement speed now from Dragon number 3. 25 minutes here as well. It's a good clip for grabbing that, but Dumbledoge forced to use the flash. Cosmic Binding comes in, locks up Darshan and Xmithie. And Huhi, half health. That is dangerous here as Naru looks for the chain, but can't quite find it.
Yeah. CLG are really feeling the pressure now.
Oh, the Doge is on the prowl.
SuperMassive talked about they have no pressure and they're just playing to grab a game here. CLG are really feeling it now. They will lose a lot of face if they lose this game.
That was also a better map movement here from SuperMassive. They pressure them into the top side of their jungle, then take themselves the mid lane in a turret, as well as the dragon from before.
Yeah, anytime a team from one of the top regions, or one of the main regions, gets behind to an international wildcard, gets behind in one of these games, they start to feel the pressure. They get a little hot behind the collar and start making more and more risky plays for themselves because they feel it slipping away. And SuperMassive are closing in.
And CLG just need to make sure that
Naru
they can
here on the bottom side, he's closing in on Huhi.
Yep, the battle Lulu does have some magic resist built up. Naru actually not wanting to go toe-to-toe, even in levels. And the spooky ghost going to do a bit of a lap there around the brush. Oh, still going to be taken. Stomaged continuing to stack things up here at the same time. So more Malmodius as well as that Renan's Hurricane completed now.
Yeah.
Let's see what he picks up when he goes back to base here at the same time. Looking scary. 7-2-2. As it is going to be Sterix Gauge. Item number 2, pretty standard stuff.
Yep. Double shields. Standard thing here for Kindred, but really it's been the other 2 threats that have been creeping up. I was really focused on this Kindred in the early game, but it's been Naru and Achuu who have come up pretty big in these team fights, scoring extra kills for themselves. And there are multiple real damage threats here coming from SuperMassive.
It's a big damage spike here as well from Achuu. He's got 40% CDR now with that Rapid Fire Cannon and the Lucidity Boots completed as well as the
I love watching cooldown reduction capped Lucian just fly around the team fight.
Skating around the rift.
All right, so CLG, now they have to keep in mind the Dumbledoge picks. Bard ultimate back up here for Dumbledoge. Oh, Stixxay's taking a beating!
Yeah, throws out a spell shield, of course. Doesn't work too well. Saves him for a moment as Huhi throws down the help picks. And help Stix is more of what it did, and thank goodness for that. Yeah, Achuu did have the flash, so he could have actually taken the kill if he wanted to, but not wanted to play too aggressive. Patient from SuperMassive.
SuperMassive, they need to work up their ward line again like they did before. They're trying to right now. They've got their true sight centered around the Baron.
Yep, just continuing to clear out vision over and over again. Dumbledoge. I just love how he walks. There's a certain swagger to Bard that just fits Dumbledoge so well. Oh, takes a little one. So Cinderling goes down, gets brought in with the Meeps. Dumbledoge's side. Naru looking for a pick here towards the top side of the map. No one there just yet. Just going to clear things out with that Mimic Distortion. Keep the pressure in the lanes.
This is where it all comes down to. The execution
that was an outright Infinity Edge purchased by Achuu.
I like it.
Walk into investment banking, man.
Yeah, exactly. They did invest in this game really early. That's when you walk into the store. It's like the gold chain swinging around your neck. Just give me an Infinity.
Oh god, Xmithie has to flash. Naru actually going to get over the top. We're going to see this in a moment, guys. Xmithie is going to get locked up. Nice wild growth. Keeps him alive. Achuu takes down Stixxay in the backline. Massive entrance to the fight from Tholdren, and Naru takes down 2 already. The ultimate comes out. Darshan has to use his in order to save himself, but SuperMassive are going once again SuperMassive in this game. Stomaged. Oh my god, they are just snowballing everything out of control, and CLG just have no idea where this came from.
19-9, this is gonna be it. SuperMassive gonna take an inhibitor turret after that as well.
That's 5 men still alive. SuperMassive just melt this inhibitor turret. The inhibitor going to fall as well. Death time is not too huge here at 30 minutes into the game, but the base left in shambles. This is what we're expecting out of this Turkish super team. This is what we wanted out of Supermassive, to show that the international wildcard deserves a spot here, and they are showing that right now.
Especially, I had the eyes on the jungler because I thought he underperformed on the Gragas. He showed up huge on the Kindred for the team, and they've been able to snowball that lead. Let's see how Stixxay got soloed. 1-2, double shot. Culling through the entire minion wave.
And then there's the flash.
He died to the burn.
Yeah, something like that. But Naru, not going to be able to take down Aphromoo there. And it is actually Lord Dominic's Regard that was picked up as the third item for Stixxay. And if there's anything that you can use to tell that a Sivir feels like they're behind, it's when they don't get the third item, Infinity Edge, and need to go for that last Whisper upgrade. Would have preferred more of a reminder.
Stixxay is not feeling comfortable on this Sivir. From the early stages, when they got this 2v2 lane.
Mortal Reminder is so good as well against Kindred.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, Tempered Fate has to be flashed. So he does get himself out of there. I think the Whimsy speed probably would have been enough, but better safe than sorry. Supermassive continuing to position around this Baron. The top inhibitor, not necessarily the best inhibitor for, the Baron control. And CLG have pushed that one out as Naru. Darshan even running away from this massive LeBlanc, who does have the Rabbidan's Death Cap completed.
8,000 gold lead
as well.
It's manifested itself in a lot of combat effectiveness.
Yeah,
there goes CLG.
Still looking for it right now as he does throw down the Lancer of Spite. The stun could potentially come in, but Naru looking for the distortion, doesn't pull the trigger. And they are still just playing so calm, so collected.
They popped a lot of the Kindred cooldowns there. They got the shields as well as the ultimate. Xmithie's pretty low though.
Darshan not too worried about that. Oh my god, he takes so much damage. Has to use the ult. Stixxay coming in as well. Throwing down some autos. The culling is going to rip him apart.
Achuu's pretty low, but nobody can really get on him with CLG. CLG's comp more about kiting here and counter-engage with the Braum Lulu.
Yeah, Magical Journey going to get Dumbledoge to safety there, but CLG just brute force their way towards this dragon.
Darshan can teleport back into the game, but Achuu cannot, so this would be a 5 versus 4.
Tempered Fate onto 1, hits Aphromoo there as Xmithie very, very low still. You can see Stomaged in the pit. Dragon is going to reset for now. Super minions are smacking on these next two turrets. Oh my god, Naru takes down Darshan. A turret falls down.
They got the steal also.
Oh my god, they've taken everything.
Looks like they're going to close it on CLG and clean up the job.
That was a Magical Journey that didn't quite work out there. Stixxay's trying to win this one for his team, doing the best he can, throws the on the hunt.
Here comes Achuu.
Supermassive just trying to keep them here. The minions are winning the game, and they're not pulling the trigger. There's that teleport. Thaldrin trying to come in. Dumbledoge as well. Naru stopping the backs. Thaldrin is going to be taking down the Nexus. Oh my god, Supermassive make their mark here at MSI, and they ace CLG.
CLG and take down the Nexus. Clean win for Supermassive.
That was ridiculous. The international wildcard winners now make their mark at MSI. Thaldrin finishes off the Nexus, and that was so clean towards the end there. Brilliant play out of this squad. They got the early power and they finished it off.
They pushed G2 into the sole possession of last place.
Yeah.
They knock CLG one rung down, back to 2-2 now.
And that game was so fast-paced. This is what we were talking about. These teams that are sort of known for more scrappy League of Legends, just getting up in your face, trying to fight you at every stage. This was about Supermassive forcing CLG to play their style of League of Legends.
And punishing the Sivir.
Yeah.
Stixxay had a very, very bad time this game.
And look, it goes back to the questions that were asked. Why does he not play the Sivir? Well, maybe it's because you just get Bard Lucianed and you're not going to have a great time. But
great job by Supermassive.
Yeah,
we were looking for them to go for the mid lane LeBlanc Kindred combo for first blood. They convert it, get the early first blood and flash down on Huhi, and they were able to snowball so well.
Yeah, and look, and we're talking about this bottom lane a lot, but Naru was 8-1-5 that game on the LeBlanc. He was against the Lulu, supposed to be neutralized. Stomaged gets there, manages to even things out. My god, so impressive out of this Supermassive squad.
Yeah.